G'day guys, Mick Outback Legend here. Guys at Bullseye, I reckon, have nicknamed me that for some reason. So yeah, cheers guys, keep up the good work. Mick here. Anyway, today I'm up in Munmorah State Conservation Area. Beautiful winter's day. And I'm going to take you for a walk on what I believe is called the Geebung Walking Trail. The sign here says Coast Track, but I believe on the maps it comes up as Geebung Walking Trail. Heads around to the Wybung, basically the Wybung heads. So you should be able to see in the map the route that this little track takes. So yeah, gonna go for a bit of a walk, guys. I've done this a couple of times. It is a lovely little walk. Gonna go for a bit of a walk and I'll take you with me. Cheers. Okay, so here we are at the start of the track. As said, it does say Coast Track, but I believe it's actually called the Geebung Walking Trail. And if you swing around, there's a gate there and there's parking just on the other side of the road. So, alrighty, let's get moving. So for anyone wondering, this is quite an easy track. There is a little bit of a steep section toward the end heading out to Wybung, but for the most part it's pretty easy. Lovely trail. And yeah, quite well maintained. Lots of scribbly gum and that through here. Alright guys, so I'm part of the way into the trail. Beautiful little walk so far, and I thought I'd stop the beautiful peacefulness and just annoy you for a minute. Just a little bit of info on this trail. As you've seen so far, it goes from dirt, gravelly, through to sandy. It is a walking trail, but you do get the odd motorbike come through here, as you may have seen in some of the tread patterns in the ground, and mountain bikers and that. But hey, as long as they're not damaging it, I really don't give a shit. The trail itself takes, I think, around about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. By the time you come out onto the road to Wybung Point, or Wybung Heads, you come out near the trig, which you'll see shortly. You come out there and then walk back down by the road. I think it takes you about 2.5 hours, something like that. It is a stunning walk. Might be a little bit less. I think it's, I don't know, the maps anyway that you would have just seen would have told you how many kilometres it is and all that sort of things. So yeah, stunning walk out here. Beautiful little spot, that's for sure. I do really enjoy it out here. This is the 3rd time I've done this track now. First time filming though. Alright, I'm going to shut up so you can enjoy the serenity. Sorry to buggies again. This little spot here, there's a bit of a trail going down there. I did this a while back with Nathan, and it actually turns out this leads down to Waterfall Beach. I didn't want to climb all the way down the bottom though. Bit of a hike, I'm not going down there though. But yeah, this is the trail down to Waterfall Beach. Alrighty, and here we are where we come back out onto the dirt road. Yeah. I'm speechless. I'm not going to comment. I'm going this way. This is the road down to Wybung Heads. See if I can zoom in and see that. There's another little trail just down there. You can just see the sign for it. That goes down to Fraser Beach. Beautiful trail. Pretty steep. Nice trail. The only problem with that trail is that it is bloody steep. And I got a bit buggered last time I did it. One thing I have to say though, there's some absolutely amazing gold gudgeon down there. For those of you that don't know, it's a Darug word for xanthorrhea or grass tree, very commonly known as the black boy. So yeah, absolutely amazing gold gudgeon down there. Almost at Wybung trig. So I'll give you a bit of a look from there, and I'll show you some of the views. Stunning. Alrighty, here's a little parking spot for Wybung trig point. Come down here, do everyone a favour. Don't do what some muppets done back at that last spot. You know what I mean. And here it is, Wybung trig. So, survey of New South Wales, Fire Authority of Surveyor General. That wouldn't be north. I don't know. I would assume that that'd be north. Yeah, Wybung trig. As for the view, you can see why it's a trig point, can't you? So there we go, we've got the ball, Nora Head Lighthouse just on the other side of that. The beach there will be Birdie Beach, heading down into Budgie Beach, Hargraves Lakes, again down into Nora Head and everything. This first little lake that you'll see here will be Lake Munmorah, and then you go down through Budgie Lakes and all that. Swing around, swinging around, swinging around, swinging around. Those mountains you can see off in the distance, they're the Watagans. So I'll come back a little bit here, to around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. That there is the Vales Point power station. A couple of dots off the side there are the old Munmorah power station. Again, you can see them from Heaton's Lookout. They're back through Vales. And over this way somewhere is a couple more smokestacks. That is a raring. I'm going to put my hand down so I can try and get some balance here. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. I'm with my phone and zoomed right in. That point that you can see there in the center of the screen, that will be about Lookout Point, and Heaton's Lookout will be back around about here somewhere. Bit hard to tell on this camera, I don't have a lot of zoom on my phone, but yeah. So that's the Watagan Mountains. My favourite little area. And then we swing around. We've got a few trees blocking me here, and a car coming down. Yeah, Triton. Okay, so back around to the other side of the road as a little Hilux runs past, and that's sort of heading north a bit. A few boats out there at the moment, and again swinging back around and you got the Central Coast. As stated, that is Nura Head Lighthouse just there. That big point past it, I believe, is south of Oka or the Skillion at Terrigal. It's one of the two. I think it's south of Oka. Beautiful spot, absolutely beautiful. Here we go, guys, just talking about the Gold Gudger down on that other trail, the Xanthid area. You can see all the spikes sticking up down there. I'm zoomed in as much as I can, so sorry if it's a bit shaky, but yeah, you can see all the spikes out there for some of the Gold Gudger there. That's heading down towards Fraser Beach. Stunning. So this part of the track, this is the easy part. It's road. As you can see, the road from out to Wybung Head is all dirt. So if you're in a two-wheel drive and it's a bit wet, try to avoid it. Guys, I always slap it in four-wheel drive when I hit this. It's standard 4H. I don't let my tyres down or anything, but yeah, 4H just helps look after the tracks a bit, and then it doesn't get all spun up and corrugated as badly. Unfortunately though, you do get the idiots down here that are like, oh yeah, dirt, wet weather, yeah, let's spin it up. And it creates a lot more work for our Parks and Wildlife, National Parks and Wildlife, trying to maintain the roads for us. So yeah, you come down here, look after the roads. Alrighty, so this is about where it gets really boring. Actually, it's still not too bad for me. This is where it turns to dirt, it turns to tarmac. It's off to the right there. Head up to Fraser Beach, Fraser Campground, Snapper Point, etc. And left here back towards the car. Down some hills and far, far away. We'll cut through just here. I just want to make a point, guys. For anyone coming out here, do everybody a favour and show a little bit of respect for National Parks and Wildlife and local councils and whoever else is involved in looking after these roads for us. Right, as you can see, this has just been retarred and already some idiots doing burnouts on it. Because that road out to Wybung Head looks like it's just been graded and smoothed out for all of us. It was quite corrugated, and then obviously the National Parks and Wildlife are coming through doing all this right through the place. Looks like they've got a lot more to do, but they're doing this, and then unfortunately we're still getting idiots out here doing burnouts on them and spinning them up. So if he's come out here, show a bit of respect for Parks and Wildlife and the work that they're doing out here and any places like this to keep these roads accessible for all manner of vehicles. You know, here's some idiot out here coming doing burnouts, ripping up the tracks. Well, then all of a sudden certain types of vehicles can't get onto it, like sedans and whatnot. Unfortunately, it's probably quite a lot of sedans that are doing it. Not going to say totally, I'm sure there's a few 4Bs out there that do it too, but you know, I'm sure a lot of it would be sedans too. Just the idiots wanting to get out and do burnouts in their pieces of crap. Have a bit of respect, guys. Alrighty, I'm going to shut up again and enjoy the last bit of this walk back to my car, and I'll talk to you when I get there. Cheers. Well, that was a bit worrying then. Just had a copper come past me. Hey, not very often I doing a hike along the road and it's a copper. Why is it worrying? Because every hike I do, they're hanging off my bag. Not that I've ever really needed to use them, but I always got my bowie knife and my machete hanging off the bag just in case I do. Copper didn't pull me up though, so that's cool. Been done for carrying knives when I was young and stupid. Don't want to get that again. Alright, I'm gonna shut up again. There she is. The big white beast. My beautiful Pajero. Alrighty guys, I'm back at the little parking area here. You can see a little bit of a clearing on the side of the road. Padge is just here next to me. Time to unlock the car and get myself a drink. If I can get the keys out. I hate these jeans, the pockets are that tight. Oh, yeah. Great fun when you've got 5 million cameras and shit in your pockets too. Oh, there we go. Hello keys. Yeah guys, back at the little parking area. Time for a drink. I'll give you a quick look. So there's the start of the walking trail. And this is the little clearing where you can pull over and park. There was a car in front of me when I got here. Probably the fella up past on the trail. Last time I was down here guys, a couple of things I do want to mention before I end this video. Last time I was down here, Nathan and I filled a garbage bag full of rubbish from this parking spot pretty much alone. Picked up a few little bits and pieces on the way back too, but the oil filters and everything thrown in the scrub here, I don't get the need for that, but who's doing an oil change in the middle of the bush? But yeah, take your rubbish with you guys. Again, if you can take it in, you can take it out. As for the roads, look, a lot of people complain about national parks wanting to charge fees for entries such as this one, or for camping and things like that. Well, you know, you saw when I walked out of that trail the condition of the little bit of a parking bay, turning bay sort of thing there, and then you saw the condition of some of the road coming back. Well, that's recently been graded. Some of the tarmac road here has recently been repaved as well. That's the sort of thing that Parks and Wildlife are spending your fees on. Same down Fraser, Birdie Beach, things like that. There's amenities, toilets and cold water showers and things like that. Little picnic areas and barbecue areas. Well, that's what they're spending the money on, guys. So, you know, when it comes to dropping a couple of bucks in for National Parks and Wildlife to enter one of the parks that they maintain, it's well worth it, because they really do try and do their best to look after the places. And you know, an $8 fee entry as it is here in Munmorah, it's really not a lot to ask. So alright guys, I'm going to end it on that. I don't want to sit there ranting and raving and bringing the whole thing down. I hope you have enjoyed the video. It is a beautiful walk. I really enjoy this walk. Again, at the start of the video, you should have seen how many kilometres the track is, and it's taken me, where's my other phone? Wow, it's taken me about an hour and 15 minutes or something, an hour and a half to do the track. So, alright guys, gonna cut it. Take care, peace, and I'll see you on the tracks.